guys, welcome back to episode 12 of Clark's Automotive Review. My name is Harrison Clark, and this is the cleanest show on YouTube. This week we're going to be talking about three different things.
This guy is crazy.
Three things I want to talk about today. Number one, liking and subscribing. A lot of people want to do this. A lot of people don't know how to do it, and it's very simple, very straightforward. If you have a Gmail account, you already have a YouTube channel. You just sign in there at the homepage, YouTube homepage with your Gmail, and you're ready to go. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. If you don't have a Gmail account, I would suggest getting one. They're awesome. If you're happy with what you got, then just sign up to YouTube with your Hotmail or Yahoo or whatever you have. It just connects the two. It's very simple. And it doesn't ask a lot of questions or anything like that. It's just, it'll literally take you about 2 minutes. So if you want to do that, then you can start liking the videos, subscribing if you want to. There's a lot of other channels that you can subscribe to. They have lots of channels that are weekly, like this one, news channels, comedy channels. There's all sorts of great channels out there that you can subscribe to. I would suggest like Freddie W, SourceFed are a couple of good channels. Other than that, that's about it. So moving on to number two. Number two, we're going to be reviewing the 69 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, where the new Camaro ZL1 gets its name. The Camaro, announced in '66 but produced in '67, had three different models: the RS, the SS, and the Z28. The RS being the base model. The Z28 was not advertised. It was just extra on the lot. So the people who actually showed up to buy the car were like, oh, hey, look, there's an extra version. So they went ahead and made only a little over 1,000 of them, and so they're a little bit more on the rare side. In '68, though, they did advertise and mass produce the Z28. 67 to 68 are very similar. Body style wise, they're very similar. The 68 had a couple extra lights on the side, and got rid of the wing window assembly, but basically were the same car. They had a variation of engines. They had a couple of 6-cylinders and lots. I think there was like 10 different options for V8s. They had like a lot of different options, anything from small block to big block. In '69, it continued with the variation of that body style. Had a little bit more of defined lines, a little more of a muscle car look to it. More importantly, Chevrolet offered what were called COPO engines, or Central Office Production Order. They just produced the engines, but they were installed at the dealership. Don Yanko owned Yanko Chevrolet there in Pennsylvania. It was very popular. He was very popular for taking cars and modifying them. Kind of like you would think of Hennessy and Roush Mustangs or Hennessy Vipers, that sort of idea. He would dealership install or dealership modify the cars he would get. So Don Yanko would take these Camaro SS's, he would take the engine out of them. He'd take this COPO 427 that pushed 425 horses. It was rated at 425. It was probably pushing more like 450 or 460, and he'd drop them in. He'd call him a Yanko Camaro. He only sold 201 of these, and they're very, very worth a lot of money. The second COPO engine was also a 427, codenamed the ZL1. It pushed 430 horsepower. It was rated at 430 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. In reality, they pushed way over 500 horses and way over 500 foot-pounds of torque. Don Yanko loved them. He ordered like 50 of them just to see if he could sell them. They were really expensive. They were $7,200, and the average income in '69 was $5,800. So doing a little math, nowadays that would cost about $60,000 to $70,000. So they were pretty spendy. He only got rid of, I don't know, 30-something of them. 20 of them went strictly for drag racing. Others, he just regular sold. The rest were sent back to Chevrolet and redistributed. It took until the early '70s to actually sell all of them, a total of 69. These also are very expensive cars. There's a couple left. Barrett Jackson owns one. So that's where the origination of the ZL1 came from. That's why when this new 2012 ZL1 came out, people thought it would be the Z28. But they called it the ZL1 because it was bigger and badder than any other Camaro ever made, just like the original ZL1. So after that little tidbit of information to tuck away in your gray matter, moving on to number three. The third thing I want to talk about is a brand new thing to the show called driver awareness. Driver awareness is part of the show that I want you guys to be involved with. Send me your funny pictures. Send me your confusing road signs or whatever it is. Your weird road laws of your county or your state or your country. Send it to my email. I'll leave that right here, clarksautoreview@gmail.com. I don't care what it is. Just, send it to my email or leave it down in the comments below if you can do that. For instance, California has a really weird road law. It's illegal to hunt from a moving vehicle unless you're hunting whale. I want to know why they had to put that in the law. I mean, were the whales were they a pest? Except for those pesky whales, we got to get rid of them. I don't know. And then what? Were people doing it? Were they like, hey, Dad, can I borrow the keys to the Model T? And has anybody seen Grandpa's harpoon? So whatever. I'm not going to judge. If you like hunting whale from your car, go to California. It's perfectly legal. Okay, well, anyway, so it wraps up today's show. Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video if you like what you saw, now that you know how. Or dislike it, I don't care. Just be active. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome, too. But anyway, that concludes episode 12. I will see you next Friday.